All right, here it is. Leaf Originals of Wrestling. This is box number 13. Right here. So let's screen share everybody the break. Troy, you're at the bottom, and George W at the top. Get a copy. Going random. And we're going to hit random 7 times. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Virginia, you are at the bottom. Brandon, you're at the top. Going to copy. And then we're going to paste into our Leaf Originals of Wrestling spreadsheet. Just like this. Let's go down the list so you can see who you have. Brandon, Abdullah the Butcher, Robert with Billy Graham, Philip with Bob Backlund, Brandon with Bob Orton, Robert with Bobby Heenan, Michael K. Bret Hart. Mike, you got Bruno Sammartino, Brutus Beefcake. Richard with Buff Bagwell, Larry with Dallas Page, Dan Severn, Brandon with George Steele, Greg Valentine, Robert with Hillbilly Jim, Susan with Hulk Hogan, Richard with Iron Sheik, George with Ivan Koloff, Kenneth with Ivan Putski, Brandon with Jake Roberts, George with Jim Duggan, Brandon with Jim Neidhart, Chris with Jimmy Garvin, Kenneth with Jimmy Hart, Ricardo, you got Kamala, Chris with Ken Shamrock, Virginia with Kevin Nash, Brandon, Coco Beware, Mike with Lanny Poffo, Larry with Larry Zabisco, Philip, you got Lex Luger, Susan with Marty Jannetty, Missy Hyatt, Chris G, you got Nikita Koloff, Brandon with Nikolai Volkov, Philip, One Man Gang, Virginia, Paul Orndorff, Mike Smith, you got Pete Rose, Kenneth with Rick Flair, Brandon with Rick Martel, Larry with Rick Steiner, Troy C, you got Roddy Piper, Larry C got Scott Hall, Chris G, Scott Steiner, Virginia, Sid Vicious, Tatanka, Chris G, Ted DiBiase, Susan with Honky Tonk Man, George with Tito Santana, Brandon, Tony Atlas, George with Vader, Virginia with Wendy Richter. All right, so if anybody wants to trade, you can do that. Go ahead and make a trade. I'll give you a minute. Unless there's no trade talking going on, then I'm just going to bust this thing. So let me know. Let me know. All right. All right. And hey, Joey Sullivan and Rick F., you guys made a trade on the jerseys. Let me know what jersey you need me to hold here. All right, so let's do it. Doesn't look like anybody's trading. So let's chop it up. Leaf Originals of Wrestling. I love this stuff, man. I love it. Leaf Originals of Wrestling. All right. So here we go, right here. Let's chop it up. All right. Well, look at this. The first one that popped out is my buddy Ivan Koloff. Just talked to him today. How funny is that? Ivan Koloff. All right. And this is going out to George Williams. George Williams. Mr. Ivan Koloff. He's a good dude, man. Good dude, Ivan Koloff. Love that guy, man. Nicest guy in the world. You won't find a nicer guy. Love that guy. So, George Williams. Coming out to you, man. All right. Love it. So, Joey Sullivan. I'm sending the Stallworth and Trent Richardson jerseys to Rick F. Is that correct? Stallworth All right, then we've got next up, we've got Lex Luger. Lex Luger. And this is Philip. Philip, you got the Luger, man. All right, Lex Luger. Philip. I love it. Lex Luger was a beast, man. Next up, we got Tatanka, and this is going out to Virginia. Virginia, you got Tatanka. All right. Tatanka. And next up, we got Brutus Beefcake. You guys remember him? Brutus the Barber Beefcake. And this is going out to T Mike. T Mike over there in Vegas. You got a Brutus Beefcake. All right. Next up, and this is the last one in the box, is Bobby the Brain Heenan. And this is going out to Robert Harris. Robert Harris is 51/99. All right, Robert Harris. Bobby the Brain, 51/99. Bobby the Brain Heenan. So that does it for Leaf Originals of Wrestling. And I have another one listed. This is what we do. We take the cards and put them back in the box like this with the stickies on them. And then we give this to the shipping department so they can do their thing. All right, so there we go. Let's get it on YouTube.